Welcome. My name is Colleen Tauke and I'm the sewing specialist with Fons & Porter. In this tutorial, we will talk about the quilt mini donuts you see behind me. For the pattern for this quilt, to download or purchase, visit our website. We're going to be using 2.5-inch strips for this project, and a great collection of reproduction type fabrics in this one makes it look kind of like an older quilt, and then some really great shirting background fabrics, so you'll need a good collection of both of those types of strips. We're going to use them in combination to make what we're calling the mini donut. This is the block here that we're going to be creating. We are going to create it in 2 colorways, so at the end we'll talk about the reverse. But for this one, we're going to just walk through the steps. We're going to talk about then that you're going to go down through all the lights and all the darks, and you're going to cut squares and rectangles. And you would also have dark rectangles also. It's just the combination that we need for this one is the light rectangles and light squares, and then squares that will eventually go here, here, and in the center. Now, to create the triangles on the corner, we're going to start with squares, and we're going to do the diagonal seams method. So pick your favorite marking tool, and we're using just a really simple 1x6 ruler here, and you're going to mark these diagonally from corner to corner, and that will be your stitching line. And you're going to then place this square right sides together with the rectangle. Place it all the way into the corner, and you're going to sew from corner to corner. Now, since this is your stitching line, you can go right on that line or just a little bit, in this case, to the right of the line, just barely, because as you open up that block, and I'll point it out here after I take it out of the machine, it will allow for the opening out. There's a stitching line here and a line right next to it, and as I open this up to check that I made it right, it will then completely cover the triangle underneath and create the angle that you want here. Then you would take this to the ironing board. Always remember to stop and press. Press it the seam flat first and press it outward, opening it all the way to the stitching line. And we've created that part of the block. Now, we don't want that extra underneath. We don't need 3 layers of fabric at each of the corners, so we can come in then with the scissors. You can also use your rotary cutter. Scissors work great just to snip that piece away. We've created that. Now, we also want to add triangle to the opposite side. So when we go over here to put it on, make sure that you've placed it properly and you know which direction. You want it like this, not like this. You get a different shape completely. So just double check. You're going to draw a line diagonally here. Do the exact same method to create this piece of the block in the end. Then you're going to go in and then create the center of the block, 2 light squares and a dark in the center. You're going to repeat this method. So you've got identical pieces, and as I bring it around, it will create that donut shape. Then just join rows, and you've created your block. Now, since this pattern has 2 fabrics within each of the blocks, you're going to want to keep them grouped together as you produce your blocks. Otherwise, you're going to have the matching set somewhere else. So kind of keep things condensed and together. It'll help keep you organized. Now, this is the light donut. We also, because you've gone down through all of your strips, cut them all into the required number of pieces, you also have the dark donut. So the dark fabric's here and the light in the background. And you'll see then that they're joined light, dark, all the way across. And then the fun part is that when the blocks come together, you'll see this little tiny hourglass block as they join together and giving you a secondary pattern. For more of our video tutorials, visit our website. Thanks for joining me in the studio today.